This might be a really good hunt or a not so good hunt. I haven't been out for a while due to the work thingy, but I'm going to get a chance to check a couple places this morning. So let's see how everything progresses. I want to give a shout out to Dalton Thomas. He has really, let's say, helped out a bunch of smaller YouTubers, and he's constantly having giveaways. Just a good guy all around, and I just thought he needed a little recognition. Let's get on with it. See you at the first place. Well, this is about my fifth hole that I've dug. This is it's an old fish camp. I think it was actually started in the 40s, and the other things were pop tops, a bit of copper that looked like a penny. And I didn't live dig this, but here it is, because it was kind of sketchy. But for all practical purposes, I think it's a silver quarter. And if that's the truth, this may break my... I'm just going to pop this clod off right here. And pretty sure that's what we got here. Hang on just a minute. I'm going to get some foo out here. And I guess you got to make the sound, don't you? Oh, it's not foo. It's the awesome and terrible mini foo. So let's see if we can get this thing washed up. Tell you what here. Definitely a silver quarter, and looks like, oh, my eyes aren't that good, but it looks like a 42 or 3. And look at here, got a little shiny mark right there on the edge. Well, not bad. All right. Let's see what else we can find here. This is a 58-60, and normally I wouldn't dig this, except there's where the quarter was right there, and this is maybe 18 inches away. It says it's 4 inches deep, so let's give it a shot here. Should be right about here. Looks like it's still in the hole here. Let's see here.
culprit. The reason I said I usually don't dig these is because this yard is full of these. This should just about complete my package to explore in Alabama. If it fits, it ships. Alright, let's see what we... I didn't dig this live because it was kind of a weird signal. It's supposed to be out of the hole here. So says I. And probably, just think it, pinpointer keeps shutting off. I have no idea. It looks like some sort of a fitting. Got a grease fitting, maybe half of a, goes over some sort of a shaft, maybe a steering shaft or something for a boat. I know they did a lot of repairs around here. This is residential area. It's not a fish camp anymore. All the cabins and stuff are sold off. Okay, on to the next one. Well, the thing was about 8-10 inches deep, and if this was something good, you'd never find the other half. But lo and behold, here's the other half of that bearing. I guess from looking at it, they must be brass. So I got both halves if I ever need it. Here's the this is where the plug is, right under my foot here, that I just dug the dime, and right next door to it, here's the edge of the plug. I'm getting another signal here. 84, 85. So let's see what pinpoint's deep, but it doesn't stay with me when I raise the coil up, so I don't think it's a can. Let's see, we're right about here. Should be right there. Get this tripod out. Sorry about this great camera work. But let's see here. Let me pinpoint this thing again. Should be a good guesstimate anyway. This place is appears to have a lot of fill. Further behind me towards the road, you go down about 8 inches and you get lime rock, which probably was put in here as a driving surface. And here, maybe 3 or 4 inches till you hit the layer of lime rock. Let's see if it's still deep. Maybe out of the hole. Let's see what we got here. Yep. Let's see here. There it is. It's in this. And it has the size of a quarter, but I can already see the copper rim. So, clad quarter, but better than a penny. Let's see what we got here for dates. 1968. So we're bouncing all around the silver range. Well, that's a little more better than what I was doing. Let's see. Okay, I've got one right here. Very high tone, 85, 91. But when I raise it up, still making noise here. I can go from, I can hear it way up here. And this right here is what's called a cypress knee. For those of you who don't know what one of those is, it is the scourge of all lawnmowers. It actually, one of them ripped the deck off my John Deere. I'm gonna dig it anyway, but I think it's a can. So I'll let you know here in a minute. Whew. Tell you what, that was a heck of a dig there. I think it was down there about, oh, looks like 7 to 9 inches. It did turn out to be a clad dime, but good gosh. I don't know if it was worth it. But better than a pull tab to some people. Well, here's one more, and these are all within a couple feet of each other. Another 81. I'm assuming it's another Memorial penny, but hopefully it'll be an older one. Somewhere right here. Where did it drop out? There it is. It dropped out. He dropped it. It's actually a dime. Clad dime. See if I can read the date on it. Well, it's a little older. It's 1967. So we're headed in the right direction. I guess it's possible there's some more silver here on this. This side. Let's see what happens on the next one. This thing showing an 81, and after I pulled the plug, it says it's still in the hole, but now it's up to about 89. So hopefully it'll be something better. I may have gotten it right there. But it's another dime, and it is a clad dime that was born 1983. Not quite the direction we wanted to go in, but it is what it is. Better than a pull tab. This one here was ringing up about a 88, 87, 89. Didn't seem to keep ringing after I raised the coil up off the ground a little bit. So hopefully it's not a beer can like the one I just dug about 12 inches down. Well, we will see. Get that camera a little better. Hopefully that's got it framed. Let's see what we got here. Should be in the plug. Let's see if we can find it there. There it is. And I'm not sure. Right there, it's a ring. Ain't that something? It's maybe copper, but I can see there's a little heart there. Hearts all around it, I guess. So it is definitely a ring. Huh, pretty cool. Get it cleaned up. Ain't that amazing? This little old piece of property's been pretty good to me so far. Huh. It was ringing up, I guess because it was copper. They're ringing up higher than a penny normally would, but just never know. I guess that's why you have to dig them all just about. Okay. This is the wrap up. It's a residential home now, but it's on the side of an old fish camp back in the 30s, 40s. Not sure exactly when it started. Of course, had the usual number of culprits here. Not a beer can. Potted meat or Vienna sausage can. Very rare. And the pull tabs, twist ties, bits of metal. I'm sure that had something to do with the boat repairs that were there. Of course, that is a boat, and that looks like maybe a little gear out of a spinning rod or some sort of, reel or some sort of fishing reel. This is a fired bullet. I'm not sure exactly where, what, and when. Of course, this kind of got me. I thought before I cleaned it up it might be some sort of a token, but it's not, and I'm not sure what that is. It's brass. It may be a shear pin for the old style props where they had a pin there and of course an old key there, a zinc-in, 5 dimes. The earliest one was in 1967, so we were in the silver range. Some clad quarters, 68 clad quarter, 81. The earliest penny here was a 71. Problem with there was probably a bunch of fill brought in. There's some lime rock, depending on where you're digging, 8 to 10 inches, and this was a little copper ring. I don't know if you can see the hearts on it or if I'm actually focusing. It's a little copper ring. It's got stamped hearts all the way around it, which is kind of cool. I just kind of rinsed it off. It's got a pretty good patina, or as we say down south, she got a right purty partiner on her. But anyway, that was pretty cool. I like that a lot. I know it's not silver or gold, but a ring's a ring's a ring. It's like a cheap racehorse. He doesn't know he's a cheap racehorse. He just wants to run. And then find of the trip was 1942 silver quarter. And I don't know if, where it is right here, I may have touched it right there by my thumbnail with a shovel. I don't think I did, but you know, you never know. There is gravel, rocks and gravel in most of it, but all in all, not bad. I actually went back there 3 times just due to the heat, and got there early, and so I imagine it's a total of about 3 to 4 hours here. I didn't dig all the pull top signals because it was such a fish camp for so long that there were millions of them. I actually had to knock the sensitivity down on my AT Pro a notch, and I manually ground, after I automatic ground balanced, I manually ground balanced it I think 3 or 4 notches to the negative, and it ran pretty smooth, and I was using the small 5x8 coil. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.